G'day guys, how's it going? Alright, welcome to part 6 of the Virago 250 budget bike build. In this video what we're going to do is we're going to jump in up onto that board over there where I have all the prices, the parts that I've bought, bits and pieces that we're going to do, so I'm going to run through a few of those. Then we're going to get straight stuck into the chain guard. I want to clean up all that, get that all spray painted, and then also get a bit more work done on those rims. Alright, let's get up here to the board. Rightio guys, so now to catch up on this board, I've added a few bits and pieces on here. Going back to, I added the, Universal 7/8 bloody 22mm chrome drag bars. Here they are. I thought I'd actually showed you guys these, but I didn't. So I'm now showing you. So that's what they are. Now they've called them, I got them on eBay, they were $17. You know, they're a decent bloody set of bars. Now dragway bars are generally normally just a straight pipe, but these have got the kink. I wanted the kink because I would, if they were just dead straight, I would have had to then put bar risers on. Otherwise when you turn, you'd hit the fuel tank. So with these, I can put these on, and I've already had a bit of a, I'll show you a look of them in a minute, but, so I don't have to change camera angles. Now Tom, so Tom came, he's a local guy here, young fella, who got himself it was a bit of a, what would you call it? Someone's project bike, and they'd done a whole heap of stuff and put different bloody blinkers, little tiny ones. So he came and got the blinkers, the mirrors, and the air pod with that filtering there, and he's given me $40 for the whole lot. So we've put $40 in a bracket, which means that'll come off our costings. Now, I showed you last week, I think what's the first one? The cat's eye tail light, and that was $39 for those. These blinkers, now they call these chrome buck law LED indicators. Now they're not LED indicators. When I purchased these and I made the choice that I wanted bulb ones because that way I didn't have to change the flasher unit on the bike. You can get the flasher unit for it. Anyway, so when these arrived and I seen that it had LED on it, and I went, oh bugger, I must have buggered up, you know, going through looking at all the different things and then stuffed up. So I thought, fine, I'll be able to get the flasher unit. But I just opened one up and they are bulbs, so I don't know what that LED written on there is. But on the website and the product is not, it's a bulb exactly what it was supposed to be. These cost $24 each, so I got two of them, which is $48 for the pair. So I've already said that, which was $39, and it was $8 shipping, so $95 for all that stuff there. Now the AirPods, which I don't have with me, hang on. Rightio, so the two AirPods that you saw last week. Now I got these off eBay, but the list, it was Bad Boy Bobbers, so badboybobbers.com.au. They had them on their website, but I noticed they have a shop on eBay, and they were exactly the same price, except on eBay it was free shipping, so I saved like $9 or something. So I got them through them, but through the eBay thing, and that was $49.95 for that set. So that's for the vacuum, the hose vacuum thing, and that's the actual air filter intake thingy. Cool. Alright, so I think everything else is that's pretty much it guys. Let's get into getting that chain guard all done up. Actually guys, sorry, I did say I was going to show you what this looked like on the bike. Alright, so hopefully we can kind of like, yeah, you're not really going to be able to see that. I'll bring you around the other way. Rightio, hopefully you can see that. So that may give you a little bit of an idea. Alright, cool. Rightio, so this is the chain guard, and as you can see, it is just totally crapola. There's all this grease and gunk off the chain. So the first thing I've got to do is degrease it. Rightio guys, so that is now degreased as much as I want to get that degreased. Basically, it's only just so that I didn't have all that grease and crap flicking out and all around the bloody joint. All right, so what we're just gonna use that with a drill and see how we go. Rightio, flappy paddle. I tell you what, when that stuff's on there, it's on there and it's really hard to get that off, but when it lifts, look at that. Crazy. But anyway, the flappy paddle's going to be the one to do it. Cool, I'll just continue on. Rightio guys, so now this has all been cleaned up. It's been a bigger job than I anticipated. Just to tell you what, that chrome, where it wasn't rusted, that bloody chrome's pretty tough stuff. But anyway, we've got it all off. She's all good. Yeah, on the inside I didn't do a fantastic job, just in some of the hard to get places, but all that rust will be, all the rust parts have gone. I just haven't got that to bare, shiny bloody metal. Alright, so I'm just going to wipe all this up, hang it up, and we'll start spraying it. Rightio, so now time for that satin black. This is that epoxy paint. Rightio guys, now while I'm waiting for this thing to dry, so what I'm doing is I'm putting a coat on it. I wait 10 minutes, then I do another coat. I wait 10 minutes, do another coat. So I think on this I'll do 4 coats of that enamel. But so you saw that I was using this, the flappy paddle, on the grinder to grind all that stuff off. And the tricky bits, I used that to get on the inside, and then after it was all done, I ran over it with the scourer brush, so on the drill, just to smooth up all those grinds and bits and pieces, so that now once I get these 4 coats on there, it should be fairly, even this first. Let's have a look. See if we can get a close. Oh, it's bad angle. All right, try and get this, guys. Oh, this has got bad angles but yeah, that's just the first coat, so hopefully that's going to show up that it's fairly even. And once I get the 4 coats on it, that should be all nice and even and not looking all like it's got big scratches and stuff in it. Trust me, it'll be beautiful! Rightio guys, so here is the finished product. I'll try and get this glare on it so you can kind of like get a look at it. There. All the top there, and then obviously all on the inside. And I reckon this has, there we go, this has come up, I reckon, bloody fantastic. For me, just grinding that stuff off, running over it with the Scotch brush thing, not really fussing too much about getting a real smooth quality. That enamel stuff, so that was 4 coats, 10 minutes apart, I applied that. And that's it, that's all I've done. There's no polishing, there's nothing, that's it, that's the end result. So this has been about 24 hours drying so far. Now, I'm no painting expert by any stretch of the imagination. My thought is about a week, 10 days, and that will be fully cured and rock hard. At the moment, this isn't going to be rock hard. So this will get put away, and then yeah, then it'll be sweet. Cool. All right, now we've got to get into those rims. Rightio guys, so now these blasted rims, They're just so pitted, so much crap on the rust on these spokes. It's just being a real pain in the backside. What I'm going to do, if you look, you'll see the real pitting on that the surface of the rim there. So what I've got to do is use one of these. This seems to be smoothing that out really well, and I can get that in there in that little groove area. Now for the spokes, you'll see I've already started having a bit of a play with there, and you can see where it's grinded to the smooth or the shiny metal. So the problem with that is that, yeah, I can do that, but there's lots of little places where it's really small. What I was using was one of these. That's doing the job really good. So I went to Bunnings and I went to see if I could find some smaller ones. And look at that, I can find some really small ones. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep going around this, doing that until I get to that point where I'm next to use that rust buster stuff. So let's get into that now. Rightio guys, so that's the rims done. I'll show you what we've got. So basically you can still see the pitting there, but I'm not going to grind any further to take all the pitting out. Hopefully the paint is going to cover that. Cool, so now onto the spokes. Righto guys, change of plan. Running with this thing now. Rightio guys, that is it. I've had enough of this bloody rim. Luckily the back one is in really good nick because all the greases from off the chain has kept it good. So I'll try and get you so you can see there's still a lot of rust and stuff there, but what I've done basically is just knocked off all the edges so that when this all converts and gets painted it's going to look fairly smooth, or as best as I'm going to get it. So now it's time to get this. So all I've got to do is put this stuff onto the rag and then basically just wipe it over everything, and then we just wait for it to dry. Then basically that is then ready to be painted. Cool. Fingers crossed. Rightio guys, here goes nothing. Whoa, okay. Wipe it all over, it says. Leave that soaking in. Ooh, got a little bit of a smell to it. Rightio guys, so using that spray bottle, that was bloody fantastic. So basically I have to just wait till it totally dries. Now I don't know how long that's going to take. I mean, I don't want to try and make it faster to dry. I just want it to dry naturally. I've never used this stuff before, so I'm not 100% sure. I've used a similar product on the trailer, but not this particular one. So I'll give you a bit of a close-up. Now obviously where there was bugger all, this stuff needs rust to actually do the chemical reaction. So it's interesting, I can really see that this, because there wasn't much rust on here, but there was still a bit of rust, you can see that this stuff's instantly started working. But then if I come up onto some of the spokes, now yeah, see that back one there? Because I haven't hit that, so that's deep rust, like a thick coating of rust. So that one will take a little bit longer. But a lot of the stuff, like on there, hopefully this is it focusing or is it my eyes? Yeah, that stuff there seems to be all converting really, really quick. It's wherever the heavy stuff, so that might be just a matter of time. Cool bananas. I'm gonna go have a bloody cuppa, and I'll come back to you when this is ready to be painted. Cool. Rightio guys, it's early in the morning. This is Thursday and I've got to have this video up. Sorry about all the bird noises and bloody crap going on. This is, I think, it was 2 days ago that was the last bloody bit of footage that you just saw. I've applied this stuff now, I think 3 times. Doing a bit of scrubbing and whatever, and it's slowly but slowly getting rid of all the rust. But it's not quite there, and I'm not 100% happy with it. I'm just going to give you a quick look. I wish that bloody bird had shut up. So, now I've got to try and get this focus on there. Hopefully you see. So most of the rust, there is still some areas, I don't know if you can hopefully see some of it. There's very little left now, but I'm not happy with the roughness of it. So I've got to do some more work with it. So that means the rims are going to have to wait till next week. So hopefully, and I reckon I will, next Thursday we'll have both the front and the rear ones done, and you'll obviously see that final process. To finish this video off, I'm going to go over and get these forks off the bike, just so I can have some type of achievement. Rightio guys, so I want to get these shocks off. Last night I got the WD-40 and I sprayed it all over these forks. I then got some Scotch-Brite and I scratched up all, actually I'll bring it over. Yeah, scratched up all these, or knocked off the, the rust off all these areas here. And I got in and around all the grooved areas, so that when these slide out, I don't want any bits of rust getting in there and then scratching all the way up through there. So that's, I've also got to take that caliper off as well, which I'll do that first. Rightio guys, so we have the forks out and I'll give you a look, they're pretty bloody manky in there. But I know straight up that all that is easily cleaned up, no problems whatsoever. Bring all that back to bloody good shit. So now the forks. Rightio, so now these forks, obviously the bottoms of the forks aren't going to be a problem. I know I can get these polished up like pretty much like chrome. So it's just a lot of rubbing. I just seem to do a lot of bloody rubbing on this bike. This is the problem. The top parts, which is the chrome section. Now, as I've said before, from a functionality point, these aren't a problem. It's a look point. So this was the front of the, this is the part that you see. Now someone said to me, and I didn't even think about it, just turn it so you get the best part of the fork to be facing the front where it's seen. Behind you don't really get to see it. So I reckon that's what we're going to have to do. If, and I think this is the worst one out of the two, the other thing I could do, someone mentioned, is putting gaiters on there, which would then totally hide it. But we'll see how it goes. I just can't, these aren't going to come up. I can't buff them out, they're too far in. I've just got to clean them up and protect them somehow. Someone else said, what was it? Using like an araldite glue in there to seal it, and then you rub it so that it comes smooth, so then they're fully protected. So that's an option, and having, I mean, up there it's not going to hit the seal anyway. I'm rambling, guys. All right. So that is it, guys. That's it for part 6. Part 7 we'll be having those rims done, and maybe even these forks finished and polished. That might be a big ask in just 1 week, but we'll see. All right, so I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it, learnt what not to do. All right, guys, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, just keep on keeping on.